Let's see if somebody come in. If I get my chat up or not. I don't know. Come on. This is working. It just won't want me to talk. All this open. All this in here. It's still alright. Damn. Yeah. Is anybody talking? I hate this thing. My other phone is turned off and charged. I don't know if somebody's talking or not. I have to wait till somebody come in to say something. Something. To say hi. Damn, get my phone just to see this. I really know how to. I don't want to. Let me see that in my head. Oh yeah. Hold on, I gotta get my phone. Hold on. Hold up. It's charging up. I know. There you go. When I get the phone, it start working. Hey, Joe. Not much. Neighborhood is real quiet. Both on these streets and on the street. It's quiet. How you been doing? I need somebody to talk to, so here I am. I stopped doing the male male and female letters. I wish I knew a place to bring people up to have some discussions again. So I'm sitting on at home bored. My husband watching wrestling. I don't watch that shit. So I'm not in the room with him. Definitely not. That's right. Same day, same stuff, different day. I got a story to tell y'all about. One, one good one. I need to think about it. I got a story though. I'm trying to find the best one. Um, okay, my husband cheated. I'm gonna go there. So this was like 2015. And he had been, this time he was drinking and smoking and everything else. He was kind of wild out. So he got real drunk one day and had his phone on the table. He was knocked out. I knew he wasn't going to wake up. So the phone kept ringing. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why is your phone ringing up like that? Then it starts with the text messages. Back to back. I'm like, I'm finna see where his phone is. I pick it up, and it's a girl. Her name was Sarita, some shit like that. But I pick it up, and I'm reading the text message on my side of the bed. I was reading the text message. I got like maybe to the fourth thing, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is you doing? So I wake him up. Shit, he woke up a little bit. Then I'm like, who is this girl? He like, what girl? I don't know what you're talking about. Went back to sleep. So I'm like, okay, let me finish reading this shit. This girl on talking about, oh, I know you married, but your wife fucking up right now, and I got you. I look like, what? Okay. Then they had a conversation about the phone. He said, "Oh, I couldn't call you yesterday because you unplugged the Wi-Fi box, and she didn't give me a password, so I couldn't use the phone." I'm like, "Nigga, your phone was on, so how did I? What? That don't even make no sense." Then he say, "Oh, I wish my wife would die." And this time I was going through my chemo. I'm like, oh, let me die, huh? He's like, yeah, only reason I'm still with her because my kids is here. I was like, oh, okay, all right. Just before I even found out he had an apartment. I'm like, nah, get your ass up. Wake up. I kept punching his ass, kept punching until he woke the fuck up. I'm like, bitch, who is this girl? Why is you telling her you was that I died, and what the fuck? He get up, he like, I was just telling her shit. I said, who the fuck is this bitch? First of all, he say, okay, I met her in the a liquor store, like the liquor store, huh? He said, yeah, I just wanted to see if I could pull her. And she came up and asked me if I had a girlfriend. I told her I had a wife. She said, so I can, that's the truth, because you can all go back to your wife. I'm like, okay. Well, shit, you need to get up and go to her right now. And then that's when he told me about the apartment. I'm like, how long has you had this apartment? I only had a couple months. I was gonna surprise you with it, but I just got it just because they gave it to me. I'm like, okay, so we be on home, but you got your place all the way up north somewhere. It's like a maybe 30-minute drive from here. So I said, okay, pack this shit, throw them out. So I'm like, I'm was that pissed. I'm so highly pissed. So I call her. I'm like, you know what this is? She's like, no. I'm like, this James, wife. She like, So, I'm like, bitch, so. She like, oh, I knew you said you was gonna fuck him up if he ever saw me or saw you with me. So I just got off work and I went and picked him up. We went to the casino. We went here, we went there. I'm like, so did y'all have sex? She like, yeah. I'm like, is it protected? She said, nah. Bitch, what? Is you serious? Then she say, oh, he ate my pussy. What? Hold on. Like, wait, he did what? And then he wasn't back at my house, so I couldn't snap his ass. I was gonna smack the shit out of him. I'm like, okay. She said, I only deal with people, cousins, because they know they gonna fuck up. And I get them, and then I just get them back to you. I'm like, bitch, oh, you bad. I said, so meet me. I said, I got the car. Come meet me. Nah, I'm out of town right now. I'm like, okay, bitch, whatever. Like, 6 days later, I ran to her at her job because I wasn't going to her job just to go to her job. I just wanted to get something to eat. And she wound up being at the window at Taco Bell. I'm like, bitch, come out. Come outside. Come on outside. She like, I can't. I'm on a break. I'm not on the break now. I said, I will wait out here till you fucking get off to whoop your ass. Now, I'm the only one up here. She's telling me some, it's going to be like 9 o'clock in the morning. Bitch, really? So I never ran to her. Well, I ran to her one more time on 79th, right by her house. And my husband kept grabbing me then. So I couldn't get to her ass. But every time I see her, it's on sight. I don't care if it's 20 years from now. On sight, I'm whooping her ass. Because she literally need her ass kicked for saying that shit. Then they go back. My husband got sick. He got real sick. He had pneumonia and flu on top of each other. So he was real sick. Took him to the hospital. They put the tube in him, everything else. They said if he went better like the second week that month that they were gonna have to put the tube in his throat. I'm like, no, don't do that. Like he don't want that. Now I give you a little backstory. His mama, his real mama, she's a crackhead. So we at the hospital. First time he get there, I called his real mama and his baby mama. Called her because she had the girl number. So his baby mama came up there and she crying hard as hell. She like, what happened to James? I said, you ain't talking. Like, bitch, I don't know shit. I took him in there. They rushed him back there. They put a tube down his throat. That's all I know right now. She like, you need to give me information, all that shit. So she got snapped on. She left. So his mama came up there. His real mama, his adopted mama, his brothers, and his two sisters on his daddy's side. So everybody up there, they came in the first time, and he's like, he need to something in the tray. I mean the tubes in his throat that I had signed for. So I signed it. I looked at his mama read it, and I took it back to them. So everybody left next day. His real mama, his crack mama, came up there. I was up there. His best friend, his wife, and my sister baby daddy. And she came in, she said, can I have a few minutes with my son? So I'm like, okay. We step out, but everybody in Chicago, they have a big old glass, well, it's a window right there where you can still see into it while we outside. So I'm talking to them, but I'm looking at her. So she like, hey, hey, Blue, how you doing? But she looking around the room. She looked in his closet and she searched and she was looking for the wallet. That's what she was looking for. But I had the wallet in my pocket. So I'm just watching her. She look up in the cabinet. She looked under the covers he was under. She looked under his pillow, and she like, damn. All the time, I'm like, I know what she wants, so I'm not even finna even gauge with her. I'm finna continue to talk to them. So I'm talking to them like, boy, you ain't seen me in a long time. Everything else. And she came outside. As soon as I said that, she looked at me. She like, see, Tamika, that's what I'm talking about. You always starting shit. I'm like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? I'm talking to my brother-in-law. She said, you don't come around me. You don't come around my family, but you doing everything you can to kill my son. I said, bitch, wait a minute. Like, hold on. I said, you already know your cracking ass better get away from me. I know that's one. But two, how the hell I'm killing your son? And I brought your son to the hospital. Ran every light that was that I could run to get him to the hospital. So what are you talking about? So she like, that's how I don't tell my sister that you trying to come up here and kill him so she can come up here and sit with him. I said she can sit with him all day. I'm not going nowhere. Only thing I gotta do is take my kids home, take them to my mama's house and school. That's it. I'm right back up here. So she was like, we'll see. So I don't know what she told her sister, but she called me, or she saw me the next day, and she's like, what you do to my sister? I was like, I ain't do nothing to your sister. She trying to, first of all, she was looking for his wallet. I got his wallet. Second of all, she talking about I'm here trying to kill him. Like, what the heck? She like, oh, that what she said. She got into a fight with me. I'm like, look, I'm not finna deal with none of his folks. I went downstairs and blocked everybody from that hospital. Everybody. Except my people. Because my people would come and act stupid. So he was like, I was like, let me at least let your auntie, which is his mama, let it up. But nobody else. Next thing I know, I went home for the night. I called and checked on him. She like, you need to get up here. I'm like, for what? What's wrong? Is something wrong with him? She said, no, but you need to get up here. So I get up there, and her mama, his mama, and his cousin is standing upstairs trying to have him sign power of attorney. I'm like, first of all, how you gonna sign it and he like sleep? I said, second of all, I'm his wife, so what the hell? So they're like, she not really married to him. We ain't come to a wedding, we ain't come to nothing. She's not married to him. I'm like, oh Lord, let me go back home. I go back home, get my certificate. Came right back. Hold on. Came right back up there. Showing the certificate like, damn, look, I'm his wife. I'm legally his wife. The doctor's like, well, that's his wife. We can't do nothing that y'all doing right now. So I'm like, look, just let the man sleep. Let him get well and just stop coming up here. I don't even come up there every day. I call and check on him, but I don't come there every single day. So it was like, whatever. Walked out. Next day, did the same shit. I don't know how she got back up there, but she got back there. He signed the papers. I don't know how, if he was asleep, but he signed the papers, and they gave her power of attorney. Luckily, he woke up next day, and they was at the rule 2 without no complications. He was fine. It was like maybe 3 weeks later. I'm like, so he switched into another room. I'm sitting, I'm like, look, we gotta get this shit done, cause I'm not finna go through this shit ever again. If you get hurt and you don't sign these papers, I'm not coming up here. You get here the best way you can get here and have your mama take care of you. I said, since you got this hospital, nobody ever came back except your mama. That's the only one you still deal with. Everybody else goes. Like, they weren't even in the picture. So I'm like, look, this shit, you guys saying this shit like right now. Because my family would never do that. If they say what happens to me, gonna happen to me, that's what he's saying, that's what gonna happen. They ain't gonna be, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Like, I'm his wife. So here I am, him signing them papers. On top. I ain't going. Not again. So after that, yeah, I broke up with him for probably like, it was probably about 6 months. He had to prove to me one. First of all, talking to her. Second of all, I had to get that damn image out my head. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't imagine you eating her and then coming back to me. Oh no, like no. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna take another probably some months to do, cause I can't do it. So we ain't had sex for like that whole year, and I was not playing with him. I wasn't going. So I don't know if he went back to her or not, but right now I know he's home and he ain't going nowhere, so we good now. But 2615, boy, that was a year. Yeah, that was a year. I don't know why I talk with the phone down. I don't know. I just talk like that. Yeah, I got one more story. Let me see. Mm, mm, I ain't got no juicy stories. I told them when I covered up my friends. They still. Everybody got that same thought when I talked about me covering up for a friend. That was not a true story. Some of it was true, but the whole thing was not true. They was kind of calling cops on me and everything. Whoa, my weed. Hold on. I don't take tops. What's that? Paper shit. That shit nasty. I don't, the blunt paper. That's what it is. I like tops. I'm trying to do it while I at the phone. Oh, what was another story? I like this one, though. Oh, Let me see. Hold on. Real quick. Either ask me a question, then I can tell the story. Tell about that story. I don't know. When I moved to Georgia, I left the house at 14 years old. I had a boyfriend I lived with. Hey, Nat. I'm just telling the story. That's it. I told one story. I was trying to think of the next story I was going to tell. First, it was just the James situation. But yeah, I moved to Georgia because my family back then, it was three of us, me, my three sisters, and I'm always the only one got in trouble. I don't know what happened or that mama was jealous of my daddy because my only two got the same daddy, and I got a different daddy. Yeah, that's a joke. Yeah, so I got into trouble with everything. I stayed after school, I got in trouble. I didn't go to school, I got in trouble. Did I go to school and kind of act up, I got in trouble. I'm like, look, I'm tired of this. As soon as I graduate, I'm out of here. So, as soon as I got on that bus, I went to the graduation. Now, this is how messed up my mom was. She went to my sister's graduation. She went to my other sister's graduation. No problems. On my day, I got on the bus. Everybody went to the graduation. She was not there. I'm like, where's my mama? She like, I'm talking about my godmama. I'm like, where's my mama? She like, I don't know. Gave her a ticket. Went and she sat down. We walked in. We sung the song. Valedictorian and salutatorian did theirs, and we got up to sing, and then she came in. I'm looking at her like, it's too much down the whole damn thing. I'm like, whatever. So she came in with her little boyfriend. I knew it then while she was late. So I'm like, I'm not finna deal with this shit on my day. This is not finna, no, it's not. So she complained, she told me something about her other boyfriend, came to the house and she tried, what she say? She tried to make him go away, but he had been in my life since I was 2. So she was like, she didn't want him to go because the other boyfriend was there. I'm like, whatever. So I'm go outside, take my pictures, walk down, take my pictures, everything else. Then my mama just gone. I'm like, damn, where'd she go? And Willie left. I'm like, damn, really? I ain't getting out one picture in that place with my mama. It was that place on 79th and it's the Mars. It's only one on 79th. Going towards Halsey, towards Ashland. But that was the only time I gave the picture. Get pictures of my godmama, my god sister. But none, I have no pictures of her in that place at all. So I'm like, I'm not even finna go home because I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to celebrate my day. I'm going somewhere. So I left and went to show with my best friend, and I'm like, I don't even want to go home. She's like, you gotta face it. Go home. This shit all over again. One man fighting the other man. My mom trying to stop it. I'm like, look, I'm going to my room. Went upstairs. I told my boyfriend, look, tomorrow, I don't care what you do. Get these tickets. I'm going with you. He like, you lying. I'm like, no, I'm going with you. So we got on the bus, made it up to Atlanta. That's the first time in Atlanta I had a ball. Me and him broke up in his house a couple weeks later. He kicked him out because he wasn't doing shit. I got 2 jobs. And plus, I was cleaning up the house shit. He wasn't doing shit, so he sent him packing. I stayed up there probably like a year and a half. I wish I never came back. But I came back. Everything I thought was cool. So everybody got situated. Hope the man was gone. Hope she figured out what she was doing. That was a lie. That Willie was right there, and Greg was down there across the street just waiting on his ass to leave. I'm like, look, all this shit gotta stop, like for real. Like, that shit, I thought everybody was cool. My sister had her daughter, everything was cool, nothing. This man grabbed my mama in the room and beat the hell out of her. I had no clothes on because I was in the bedroom. I come out, we bust down that door, all 3 of us on the dude, trying to get off her. And she went right back to the dude. Right back to him. A couple times. So we fought her fights like maybe 10 times before she actually left him. Then she went to his cousin. Yes, to his cousin. Went to his cousin, and he wasn't doing smoking weed, and he ain't want shit. He didn't want to do shit. He didn't want to clean up the house, provide nothing. So my mom still stayed with him. I'm like, this shit gotta stop. I moved out at 15 years old, and I never looked back. Because one, my mom was either jealous or just hated my face. She was something. But I always got whoopings, always. And probably every other day I got a whooping. I'm like, this shit can't be real. Like, I gotta go. I went and I lived with my auntie. So I was like 16. I got my apartment and I never looked back. To this day, I do not talk to my mama now because all that. My sister had 3 kids. She went to every birth. My sister had all 3 kids. She went to every birth. I had my 3. She went to none. Not even one. And ain't that fucked up? Now, my oldest sister, she lived with her. Her kids still live with her. Well, her oldest brother went with his daddy. The middle child still there, and a baby child still there. Down there, he finished 16. But they all stay with her. My sister's still on the road with the truck. So she's still dealing with them. Well, she went with one because my other nephew got his place. But that's still, like, when she came down and when I had my stroke, that's the last time I seen her really, because I was through. She was at my sister's house, and James had to go to the hospital. So he calling around trying to find somebody. I said, because I didn't want to be in the house, and I just had a stroke. Like, I don't want to fall again or do nothing, like, and I had to go back to the hospital. So I was scared. I was really scared to be home. So she got over here. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you was coming. So she didn't come back in the room to check on me. She didn't call me and see if I was right. All the time she saw me when I came out that bedroom and sat on that couch. That's the only time she saw me. Then come to find out, my husband offered her $40. What the hell? $40 to sit with me while he was in the hospital. If he didn't offer no money, she wouldn't have came over here. Ain't that fucked up? Ain't really fucked up. I knew then, right then and there, like, don't call my mom for me. Don't say nothing about my health, nothing. You can still talk to your grandkids, which she didn't do before, so she still ain't doing it now. But, like, I'm just through. You could scratch me out of your will, wherever you got, with my name on it, get rid of it. Because that shit was dead wrong. I'm like, I just can't do it no more. Are you saying? Yeah, I'm going every day. I'm getting better, but I just don't want to talk to mama ever again. Like, she really dead to me, like dead. Like, if somebody called me today and say she died and you need to come to her funeral, I would not go. Even if she lived 5 hours from me, I still won't go. No, that is the end of that. You don't tell me charge me to watch me after I had a stroke. Then when I had the stroke, she didn't call, she didn't text, she didn't come over here, she didn't do nothing. Like nothing. I'm like, damn. At least my mom could have came down and she could have called the hospital and did something. She didn't do nothing. I'm like, okay. And then you that shows me that you straight wrote me off. Then she called him one day, told him how that girl doing. Who the fuck is that girl? I'm like, really? He like, she alright. She like, oh, how my kids? She how my kids, I love them. I'm like, oh, okay. Fuck you too, man. Shit. But y'all like my dairy now. So when I decided to tell a story, I'm telling y'all. I don't care. It's one in the person in the building or 50 people in the building. I'm gonna tell my story. Y'all gonna like it or not. I am, sis. I am. Love you. I'm gonna go roll my weed up. So I'll talk to y'all later. I'm still trying to take it off the thing. Okay.